2 candles like that and light them. It's a little fairy for his fairy house. That's so cute. Hi everyone, it's Fly. Welcome back to another Dream Designs video. This is a very exciting episode for me because I've been really wanting to do this idea for, well, ever since I started the series. Speaking of which, my first video of this series featuring this build is actually getting a lot of love, and I thank you guys so much for the support on it. I've gotten like almost 150 subscribers from that video. You guys are amazing. And hopefully today this build is gonna be a lot like this one, so you guys might like this episode. It's actually gonna be a lot like these mushrooms, because today we're gonna be building some mushroom houses. Now, I've actually done mushroom houses before. I can't get back into my bedrock world since I've changed computers since years and years ago when I built mushroom houses last, so I'll just put a picture of it now. But yeah, I've built mushroom houses before, but I really want to build them again. I want to build a couple this episode because there's a lot new blocks since I've built these houses before. The first thing I do in these videos is start with a palette. The palette is the key to your success while building, and you always want to stick with consistent palette, otherwise the building might go a little insane. But it's okay if you switch it up during building a little bit, because you might surprise yourself on what you find different about the palette as you go. Oh, I could I had an idea, and it might sound ridiculous, but this palette reminds me of that meme. I don't think it's going around anymore, but that meme from a couple of years ago where it's like that really one gothic black house in a really pretty Barbie looking house. They're like twin houses next to each other. I think I might try to remake those, but mushroom themed. I really want to do that now. That sounds amazing. Did y'all notice that you're not the only audience here? I have an army of tortoise over here. This is insane. I've never seen this amount of turtles on beaches in Minecraft before. That's a lot of turtles. And we're not going to use every single one of these blocks in the build. We're only going to use a few of them. I just want all of my options set. And I think this is pretty good for a starting off point for the palettes. Let's get to start building over here with our mushroom houses. I do think I'm going to start with the lightest mushroom first. So first I'm going to work on the stem part of it because, well, we need to build from the ground up. So I'm basically going to start building up in a line like this, and then I'm just gonna make it a little thicker. Then I'm gonna start just making a flat area over here. This can be like the roots of the mushroom. Now I'm gonna just keep on making this little stump thicker and thicker. Just gonna build around it like an alternating sizes and shapes for this like extra pop-out blocks and stuff that's coming out here. Now I need an area to enter into this mushroom, and I also need to keep a hole right in the middle here to have a ladder so I can actually go up into the house. Actually, you know what? Instead of building one mushroom at a time, I think it would be a good, since I'm doing like identical mushrooms, I think it would be a good idea if I actually did both of them at the same time. Just gonna take this strip stem, build up a little bit. I think I'm gonna have the dark one a little taller than the lighter one, just for unsymmetrical purposes because I kind of like asymmetry a lot better than symmetry. And then I'm gonna have the door be right here and a ladder right here. This one's starting to look like a tree. Hopefully it doesn't look like a tree when I get up to the top of it. Now to build up the flattened roots part of the mushroom, if that's what these are called. I'm also gonna put the stairs like on the stem to make it curve a little bit more. Then I can also have like these hanging edges. And now I'm gonna texturize the actual stripped logs part that I put around here with the actual planks so it can be a little variated in texture. Okay, now that I got this one textured and I have like little bits and bobs on the stem, then I'm gonna jump back over here and get the birch out again and start doing the same thing I did for this stem that I did over there. It's all about jumping back and forth with these two mushrooms because I want them to be kind of similar, so I don't want to do them at the same time because then they might end up not as similar anymore if I do them like that. Okay, this one I actually want to be curving a little bit back, so I'm gonna go and form it up a little bit more. Take upside down stairs to make sure it's got that backwards curve to it, and some slabs to the side over here. Now I need to make sure that the ladder is accessible through this area, so I'm gonna climb the ladder, see where my head hits, and I need 1 block extra to jump in this area. So I'm gonna need to build this 1 block up, and then this will be the last little layer I have. Oh man, now that one's taller. Dang it! Well, that's okay, because I'll try and make that one a little bit taller. Okay, let's do a little test run, see if I'm able to actually get up here safely. Alright, cool. And then just a couple more ladders, and up here will be the house area. Before I move on to the next mushroom, I'm gonna put a couple of upside down stairs and some slabs in the corners. This will be the part that's gonna spring up into the bottom of the house area, the head of the mushroom. And I think this one I might actually make a little short. I think this one could be the short one. Yeah, that one will be the short one. This one's gonna be the tall one. How I usually start these is just going out a couple blocks, so let's just say 5 on all sides coming from the ladder part, which is usually the center part. And then I'm just gonna fill these in, and we can make a square out of all of them, and then we'll just carve out the circular shape. That might be a little easier than just filling it in into the circle shape anyway. How we want to do this circle is just chip away at the corners. I don't usually make circles this way, so this is a different strategy you can use, I guess. I think we can work on that a little bit more. I'm gonna chip off the next 2 on every side, and then I'm gonna take away that block. I know I suck at explaining, guys. I didn't say this was a tutorial series, okay? Now here's the other solution or kind of technique I use for circles. I just put 2 on every side of the end of these pillar things, 2 blocks on every side, like so, making like T's on all 4 sides. And then I go in a block like this instead of going like that, which is going to create a very diagonal edge, which doesn't look that good. I actually put 2 blocks in the middle like this, so there is a corner missing right here, and it just makes it look a lot curvier. And now I get to fill it in. Okay, we got 2 big ol' underside of mushrooms. I do think I'm gonna make this one a block bigger, so I'm just gonna put a block on the outside of every single block I see right now, because I want this one to be shorter but stubbier. And the way this needs to be stubbier is making the head of it bigger, so it seems like it has a lot more weight to it. Since I'm doing simple shapes, I'm gonna do the dome shape now, which I'm just gonna build up a single wall, and then I'll build the single wall over here too. Just one block up from the outline that we just did, another block up from all the blocks that we just did. Okay, now that we got that, how's it looking? Ooh, I like how this is going. These are gonna be super cute. So I'm gonna carve out all of the blocks underneath, just one block inwards underneath on the bottommost layer, and I shall do that over here too. I just had an idea for the root parts. I don't know why I didn't do this before. It's pretty obvious that I should be doing this, but instead of these roots coming out of the ground or like over the ground, I think I'm just gonna have them like be a part of the ground, such as this. That makes it seem like it's literally sprouting out of the ground, and so it's not like bulging right out of the ground. Is what I'm rambling about making sense to any of you? Probably not, but it makes sense to kind of me, so maybe it'll make sense to someone. Yeah, I like that a lot better. So for this pink one, I'm gonna start to go one block inside, inward. I don't know what type of words to use to describe the process I'm doing. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad at explaining things. And then I'm gonna go one more block up with these pink planks. I'm gonna build the ceiling one block inward like this. All right. Here's the basic shape for the pink mushroom. Now, I didn't do the dark mushroom yet because I have a kind of different structure idea for it. So instead of going one block inside, I'm actually going to do a third layer on the main circle's outline right here, because I want this one to be taller. Like, this one is taller in the stem, but this one is going to be taller in the head. So then they're probably going to come up to around the same heights. I'm not sure yet. This one might be like 1 or 2 blocks shorter. Wow, they really do kind of look like mushrooms. This is super cool. Okay, now I'm going to texturize this head right here with just some stripped logs all around here. Okay, so the outer areas of the heads, the mushrooms, are pretty much texturized now. Now, mushrooms kind of have like a really dark underside to them. It's like a completely different texture. So I think I'm gonna get rid of the flooring here. So I'm just gonna go up one block from where I had this floor before. Now I'm gonna texturize this just a little bit. Do you kind of like the difference in textures? Like, this one is a lot cleaner around the edges. This one looks like kind of ripped off and eerie, and I think I'm gonna have hanging bits as well as coming off from the bottom of this one, like sludge. I think just 2 different realms here is gonna make it look so interesting. It's time to start with the roofs. The roofs, whatever how you pronounce it. We can make a window, so I'm gonna go in the middle here, maybe right on this middle block. I'm gonna use polished black stone just to start off here because it's a good outlining block. Okay, I think that's a decent shape. It's not the best, but I don't really want to redo the roof. So you guys can experiment with any kind of shapes that you have. But I'm gonna stick with this shape. Gonna change that into a block. How it connects to the mushroom is a bit messy because I don't want to use stairs at these corners because it leaves a hole right there. So I'm gonna use a full block in those corners. Another thing I want the roof to do is go up into the mushroom. So I'm gonna actually have the top of it go like up into it like this. And a stair there and maybe a slab. Yeah, so it blends into the mushroom a little bit better. I think I'm gonna change the sun direction because I decided to build in a very bad location. I don't know why I didn't just 360 rotate these. So I'm gonna change the sun direction so it's actually facing this area so I can actually see. I gotta remember how to do that. I'm gonna open up this area here so it can actually have like an entrance outside of the window. This could be like maybe a fly-in, fly-out window for like fairies or something. I'm thinking fairies would live in these houses. Oh, that's so cute. That's a cute mushroom house. That I might want to outline this roof with the nether bricks. Oh, that's so much better. It looks so good. Have some of these cracked stone bricks too for even more texture. That's actually super cool. I really like that window. Let's see what it looks like from the inside. So we go into this mushroom. This is like, we're a little fairy. We're going into our little fairy house. This grand little base here. And then this is our biggest window. We're going to add more windows and we're looking out into the distance. And I don't, like, you don't even need this glass here. You could just have it open, honestly. And it just be like a fly-in hole and a fly-out hole, and just like, yeah, that could be a very good functionality for it. But I'm gonna cover it up because I'm not a fairy and I don't really need to fly into it. Now I want to do a little roof, like maybe 2 little roofs as wings, like little ears out of this mushroom with the purple blocks. I want these to curve up and out instead of this one drooping down. So this one's a little sad, it's gloomy, it's gothic. This one's happy and it's just, and it's like, I don't know, that's just what I want, man. I don't know what I'm doing at all. now we gotta fill it in with some white. Okay, we have little windows. That's honestly super cute. I really like the little windows. I do want to put a chimney, honestly, because I think I prefer the chimney over the skylight. So I'm just gonna put like a little circle or some sort of thing right here. It's gonna go out. Gonna just experiment with these slabs. Okay, and I'm gonna put a little fire in there. I actually kind of want it to be the blue fire for the more fantasy look. And then it's gonna start making the smoke rise. I think I'm gonna put a little balcony. So this is like the entrance to the balcony. A platform right here. And then we can make the roof out of the nether bricks just to keep it more consistent. I don't like how it's all the nether brick. I might change the inside of it to black stone to match the other roof. No, I'm really starting to regret having the crimson. I kind of want the mangrove now. I think the mangrove would look a lot better with the nether brick. Dang it, I hate figuring this out mid-build. Oh, they look so much better. Dang it. Okay, well, I'm gonna use little cheatsies because I don't want to use the crimson anymore. I'm gonna use a little cheats. I don't use world edit for building in this series, but when I come up with something like this and changing my mind on stuff, then I'll end up using it. Okay, that looks so much better. I really like that. I'm just gonna use some glass out of this chimney a little bit. I also just love incorporating glass into my build, so this is an excuse. Now I'm gonna put a little porch right here. Not as big as the other one, but I do want the consistency between these two houses. Wow, they're so cute. I love it so much. Okay, this one's definitely missing a chimney. I definitely need to put a chimney over here. Alright, they both got some smoke coming out of their chimneys now, and they got roofs and everything. They are looking so good. Okay, the final touches that I want to do is hanging lights on the bottom of them. For the pink one, I'm gonna have like some fences coming down. So like this. Now for the pink one, I think I'm just gonna put some simple end rods because I am in love with end rods. They are one of my favorite lighting techniques. So I'm just gonna put end rods on the end of these. You know what I just thought of? I just thought of an amazing and an adorable idea. Have a singular block of glass like this. Take white glass panes, put 2 on each side, and then 2 candles like that and light them. It's a little fairy for his fairy house. It's so cute. I could put a face on him, maybe? Maybe? Can I put a face on him? Maybe just the, maybe just the button? Oh, it's his little mouth. Oh, that's adorable. I'm gonna put one right here in the little balcony. Oh, that's so cute. I'm gonna add a bunch of these little guys around. They are so adorable. For the lights on this one, I think I'll just have some redstone torches. Gives it like an ominous glow around the very dangerous mushroom structure. And then for the hanging bits like I have over there, I'm just gonna do some walls. And then I'm gonna hang some chains off of them. I was thinking of iron bars, but I'm not so sure I like those. I kind of like the chains. And now it's time to add the red oh, I forgot I had the vines. I wanted to add more vines off the ceiling here because these actually light up with I had no idea these light up with Complementary. That's so cool. Oh yeah, I was gonna use the cherry blossom trees and the spore blossoms. Okay, so I think I'm gonna be done with the pink mushroom for now. I think I've pretty much littered it with every pretty thing I possibly can. I lied. I want to put some more light sources around it, so I'm just gonna keep on putting these end rods around it. And then I'm gonna put the redstone torches around the outside of this mushroom too. Now I just want to put some red fairies around here. Okay, so I want to put some more stuff on the bottom here for like a little last touches. I think some crimson nelium, is that what it's called? Nelium around this area, like it's corrupted and gross. I feel like moss is such a beautiful material, especially for fantasy builds such as this. I do want to add one final thing, which is a secret couple of these fairies, like Romeo and Juliet. Like, these houses may have been a family once upon a time. There may have been some sort of story behind these houses being built next to each other, and then they grow hatred on each other. They have just grown to hate each other, and they're at war or something. But then there's like a Romeo and Juliet situation I think would be so cute back here where no one can see them. Those two are forbidden lovers in this very beautiful build. I love it. I love these two houses. Just the left one being so gothic and so dark and ominous, and the right one being so inviting and so just cheery, and it's so beautiful. Well, I thank you guys so much for watching and all your support you've been giving me on this series. I love to build fantastical items like this, and if you do want to see more fantastical things like this, just suggest. It's a suggestion series. I promise I won't go out of my mind and completely ignore you guys again. I'm really sorry about that, but I mean, come on. I think these builds paid off, especially the fairies. Come on, the fairies were the best addition that I came up with. Make sure to leave a like if you want to see more stuff like this. And yeah, I'm gonna leave off now. Goodbye.